The hard truth no one tells you. Welcome back to Ancient Stoic Secrets, the place where modern men reclaim timeless power through calm, clarity, and emotional strength. Let me ask you something. Have you ever waited, hoping she'd realize your loyalty meant something? You gave, stayed consistent, never stopped caring, and still she walked. You thought being good would bring her back, but here's the truth. Women don't miss effort. They miss presence. They feel the absence only when the energy changes. Not when you chase, but when you vanish with purpose. Today, I'll show you 8 psychological shifts that flip the power and maybe your life. Let's begin. Part 1. Emotional disconnection. The first time she starts missing you isn't when you disappear from her life. It's when you disappear from her emotional space. You could live in the same city, she might still see your stories, run into your friends, but something's different now. She can no longer feel you. No more random check-ins, no subtle reminders that you still care. Just stillness. And that stillness doesn't scream. It whispers, "I've moved on." That quiet shift, it rattles her, because she got used to being the center of your emotional world. And now, for the first time, she's no longer orbiting your energy. That's when the real missing begins. Part 2. You replace her with purpose. She doesn't miss you the moment you stop texting. She misses you the moment you start growing without her. She expected silence, maybe a few emotional breadcrumbs, but she didn't expect progress. Now you're at the gym early, sharpening your skills late at night. Not for revenge, for yourself. She checks your profile, expecting heartbreak, and sees consistency, discipline, calm. That's when it hits her. You're not performing anymore. You've redirected your energy, from chasing her to building you. And what hurts her the most isn't your silence. It's the fact that you're thriving, and she's not part of the story anymore. Part 3. You stop reaching out. There's a moment she dreads but never talks about. It's when her phone stays silent, longer than usual. No hey, no check-in, no double text. At first she tells herself it's temporary, but the days pass, and the silence begins to feel final. What she once took for granted, your availability, is gone. This isn't emotional punishment. This is a boundary. Most men stay in her orbit even after she walks away. But you've stepped out of orbit completely. And now, the absence speaks louder than anything you ever said. Part 4. Emotional inaccessibility. For a long time, she believed you were still emotionally available, just waiting. She could ghost you, ignore you, entertain others, and still feel like you'd come back. But now, she reaches out, and nothing. No response, no familiar warmth, just silence. She knocked on a door that no longer opens. And here's what changed. You finally understood your emotions are valuable. Access must be earned, not assumed. You didn't become cold. You became clear. And now she's the one wondering, did I go too far? Is he gone for good? That discomfort, that regret, that's when she begins to miss what she thought would always be there. Part 5. Other women notice you. She sees something she never expected. You're getting attention, and you're not even trying. You become magnetic, focused, purposeful, and women sense that. That triggers something deeper than jealousy. It shakes her belief that she was the best you could get. Now she questions, is someone else getting the version of him I took for granted? But here's the secret. You didn't do it to make her jealous. You did it because you evolved. And that real transformation, not games, not bait, is what truly gets under her skin. She's watching you level up without her, and it stings. Part 6. You break the pattern. Predictable men don't get missed. She knew you'd text again. Like the post. Watch her story. You always did. But now, nothing. You're not reacting. You're not chasing. You're unreadable. And unpredictability makes her spiral. She can't figure you out anymore. That mystery breaks the emotional routine she depended on. Because when the mind can't explain something, it obsesses over it. But you're not doing it to mess with her. You've simply detached. And that detachment, it creates power she never saw coming. Part 7. You embody masculine stillness. She expected distance. What she didn't expect was your peace, You're not bitter, you're not cold, you're calm, still, focused. You've shifted from emotional reactivity to stoic clarity. You no longer need to explain yourself, no longer need her validation. And that stillness, it unnerves her. It's not your silence that breaks her, it's your lack of need. You've become unshakable, not because you've hardened, but because you've healed. And the man who once begged now simply breathes, alone, whole, and free. Part 8. She realizes you're truly gone. There comes a moment when she realizes you're not coming back. You're not waiting, you're not watching, you're done. And you didn't slam the door, you simply walked away and never looked back. That emotional safety net she assumed would always be there, it vanished. And what's left is a still, locked gate. And silence. Not cruel, not vengeful, just final. She doesn't miss you because you're gone. She misses the man she could once reach, who now lives on the other side of peace. And that moment, that's when she truly feels the weight of losing a man who found his worth. If this message stirred something in you, if you've ever stopped chasing and found peace in that silence, tell us in the comments. What was the exact moment she realized you were no longer available? Was it the stillness, the growth, the peace? And if you felt this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the movement. We're building something here, not just content, but a brotherhood, one grounded man at a time. This is Ancient Stoic Secrets. See you in the next one.